This is Real Retirees Uncut. Let's meet today's real retiree. Give me your name, age, and where you're from.
Michael Monk. I am almost 72 years old. I'm from Bowden, North Carolina, down in Duplin County. But
Okay, Michael. When did you retire and from what career field?
I retired, second retirement from um, teaching. I
Hmm.
taught algebra.
Okay.
I taught for Hope County High School. Well, I started out in Cumberland County,
Hmm.
where I taught for 6 years, and I went to Hope County, and I taught for 16 years. I retired right after that.
Okay. Now, teaching algebra, in that particular field of teaching, was there something that drove your decision to retire? Did you wake up one day and say, I've had enough? Or what was that pivotal moment that made you decide to retire?
Actually, it was my daughter.
Hmm.
She was going into her senior year in high school, and she came to me. In fact, at that point, I work in the industry. I worked for DuPont,
Okay.
ICI/DuPont.
Hmm.
And she said, Daddy, I'm a senior. I'm going to my senior year. We haven't spent a lot of time. And I'm
Right.
going, we haven't spent a lot of time. I said, I've been here every day,
Hmm.
her and her brother, but I work rotating shifts,
Yeah.
12-hour rotating shift. I was a shift manager, and she did a milestone chart
Hmm.
that said how much time we'd actually spent together in a
Oh,
whole
man.
week. And it got to me. She said, well, Dad, I looked up and y'all can do early retirements.
Okay.
And so she said, I want you to retire. And so I said, what am I going to do? She said, well, you always want to teach. That's really where your love is at.
Yeah.
So what I did, I went back to school and got my teaching certificate
Hmm.
degree and went into teaching,
Okay. Daughter's motivation, right?
motivation.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. As you were approaching retirement, once you made that decision, did you have any fears about retiring?
When I decided to retire, it was back and forth because I'm going, what am I going to do?
Hmm.
I knew that my years of working, uh, I never sat down. I mean, I leave the house early in the morning,
Right.
I get home late. So what was I going to do? So that was my bigger concern.
Yeah.
Um, Everything else was pretty much set,
Hmm.
financially, that
Okay.
kind of stuff. I wasn't worried about those things.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, looking back, is there anything that you're glad you no longer have to deal with again? You know, whether it's the students or the administration or the commute or whatever, anything you're glad you no longer have to deal with since you retired?
well, you said glad. I don't know if I go that far. I mean, life is very challenging.
Hmm.
When I work in industry, having to deal with people who I have a problem with people who don't care about other people.
Right.
So that was a big problem, on the job when I was in industry, when I was in education. Seeing teachers that didn't reach out to students bothered me.
Hmm.
Seeing students that didn't understand what I was about, you know,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, might go to almost a whole semester before they understood
Hmm.
what I was about. So those kind of things I don't miss.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I think I heard you earlier saying that you pretty much had the financial piece together. So, what was your approach to saving, and what was your saving strategy throughout the years, and especially as you were approaching retirement?
I guess because I grew up one of 7 children,
Hmm.
mother, single mom,
Hmm.
and it wasn't a lot of money.
Hmm.
And so I worked all the time on the farm and, helped support, save money. And then when I graduated, I got married straight out of college. I had a wife who was very diligent when it comes to that same thing, saving and preparing.
Hmm.
So I learned very early to be around people who knew more about those kind of things.
Yeah.
And so first thing I was taught that you should pay yourself.
Hmm.
You work, you put some money away for that rainy day. So that's what we did.
Okay.
And as I got more and more into my job, just like my business job, I learned about uh, investing in their company.
Hmm.
So that was a saving avenue there.
Now, a little more specifically, with the teaching job, did you participate in the 403B, 401K?
401k, yeah,
Okay.
I was in that. I was in that before because I was in it with my other job too.
Right.
That was with teachers. Anything that the school was doing,
Hmm.
I was doing.
Did they match?
They match your
Okay.
money.
Now, did
Even
you?
the
I'm sorry.
even the other company match.
Yeah. Did you have any other outside investments other than with your job?
Oh yeah, I learned to get the government bonds,
Hmm.
certificates, those kind of things.
Okay.
I invested RA
Hmm.
um, heavily
Yeah.
into those kind of avenues,
Yeah.
and it's paid off for me.
Well, it sounded like you had it all together. During this same time, did you use a financial or a tax advisor to help you out, or did you do it all yourself?
While I was doing it myself at the beginning, towards the end, I had one. Well,
Hmm.
I still have one
Hmm.
actually. They're looking at it, so I don't have to look at it
Right.
anymore, that kind of thing. And now I'm getting, because I'm approaching 72.
Hmm.
I've learned, since you're always learning. I've learned that when you reach that age, the government says that you have to start taking money out of
Yeah.
some of your investment. And then when I retired, I had a lesson I had to learn that you can no longer invest in certain, like my RA.
Hmm.
I was putting money in it, but you couldn't put money in it because you're not working.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a learning curve.
Right. Um, so now in retirement, what are you using for your retirement income sources to sustain you from month to month and year to year?
Well, actually, my retirement uh, really sustained me. But what I do, I cut grass, on occasionally.
Hmm.
I teach tennis. Sometimes sometimes I get paid to teach.
Hmm.
Those kind of things, just to have a little extra spare money
Okay.
that I can actually help support other people with. Those
But
kind of things.
but primarily you're living off your pension.
Living off pension.
Okay. Um, I often hear people say after they have saved for so long, 30 or 40 years, they have a problem going from a saving mindset to a spending mindset. Have you experienced that?
No.
No problem spending your money.
Well, I don't spend a lot of money. It's that I guess I don't have a lot. I watch some of my friends that they're constantly going. Uh, I call it living above your means.
Right.
I uh, I ask my wife, when you want to take a vacation, we go.
Hmm.
Uh, I do things like that.
Hmm.
I I don't have those. I think I took a trip to Jamaica,
Okay.
vacation trip, those kind of things. But
Yeah.
they're already planned out, and they're planned out in
Yeah.
uh, our money, our money way.
Okay. I heard you mention earlier about being forced or being required to take money at a certain age. So you were speaking about RMDs. So are you already at the point where you're now being required to take certain amounts of money each year from
I
your
have.
investments?
It started out a few years ago. It was supposed to be 70,
Uh-huh.
and it's moved now to 72. So I have 6 months uh, to think about doing that, bringing it out,
Yeah.
and think about what I want to do with it when I bring it out.
So what is your plan to take it out? Have you already met with an advisor, or do you have a strategy already in place to take a certain amount per year?
We talked very briefly, and my attitude is to do that. He,
Hmm.
say you can go monthly. I said, well,
Okay.
it's and because you can, anytime you need money, and it's very quickly, according to my advisor, to get money out of my accounts.
Hmm.
I don't need to rush and just go month to month because I have more than enough.
Yeah.
With the two of us being retired, we have more than enough to take care of our needs and
Yeah.
those things.
Well, at least you're already thinking about it. Some people
Right.
are not even aware of the RMDs. Let's talk about Social Security. When did you take Social Security? At what age, and why did you take it at that particular age as opposed to waiting?
Well, I took it 65,
Hmm.
and the reason I took it is because of our president. Actually, when I was listening to things that he was doing, things he was saying,
Hmm.
I decided I better look into it. And back actually, I looked into it, and then I didn't do anything, and then I got a call about it, and I said, well, I'm gonna wait until 67,
Hmm.
right? Because a lot of people say just wait a few years, and I said, because I told the young man, I said, I'm gonna wait till I'm 67. I said, I'll get more money that way. And he said to me, well, you're gonna lose those 2 years. I said, I'm gonna lose it. And so when I thought about it and I looked into things, uh, it evened all out. Just go ahead and start.
Right.
I wasn't gaining anything by really waiting those 2 years.
Yeah. Why didn't
So
you take it sooner? Why didn't you take it at 62?
Never crossed my mind.
Okay.
I had a couple people who said they'd done that, and I'm going. In fact, I planned to work much longer than I did.
Hmm.
But one day I got a little frustrated over some things doing administration,
Yep.
and I said, "Well, I've worked for 45 years. Why?"
Yeah.
So I
And
came
along with
out.
your daughter's
Right,
encouragement, you
right.
just went ahead and pulled the trigger. Okay. Well, what are you doing now for health care, life insurance, and long-term care insurance?
For hair care, I play. I'm an avid tennis player. I exercise. I go to therapy
Hmm.
twice a week. And condition my body.
I'm talking as far as the insurance. Do you have health care insurance?
I have health care. We have. I have a state. Have Humana, which now is getting ready to go back to the old Blue Cross Blue Shield next year
Okay.
because of the government.
Right.
I have that. When it comes to benefits for burial and that kind of stuff, it's already paid for. The
Yeah.
kids won't have to worry. Nobody will have to worry about that.
That's with the life insurance,
Yeah,
right?
life insurance. It's all taken care
Okay.
of. All right.
Have you considered any long-term care insurance?
Uh, I did that one time, and when it matched out,
Hmm.
so that wasn't where I want to go.
Okay.
So, but like I said, everything. I won't have any problems when it comes to when my life has ended.
Yeah.
No one will have to worry about it. Everything is planned, even down to the funeral.
Right. Okay. Well, what are your thoughts on paying off a mortgage? Not sure if you still have one or not, but if you have a mortgage, what's your thoughts on paying it off versus keeping it and investing the difference if you have a low interest rate? What's your thoughts?
Well, my attitude. Well, I paid mine off.
Hmm.
In fact, my wife and I, not I, it was two of us. Um, like I said, in our circle, we were talking about those kind of things, and what we learned was that, most of your money comes from the interest of your house. So since both of us working, we decided that we would pay extra money a month um, on the interest, and by doing so, we were able to pay it off in a little better than 15 years. So I own my house outright. And then I guess maybe 20 years in, we decided, well, after my daughter graduated from college and she came back in this area and looked for a home. So we decided that we would, she saw this house in a duplex and she loved it. So the other one was empty.
Hmm.
So we invested in it. So that's the second avenue of income that we have.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's shift gears to estate planning. Do you have a will, trust, power of attorney in place?
Now that I do not have.
Hmm.
And it's funny because we filled out paperwork, filled out forms and all that. Just haven't turned it in
Yeah.
yet, to finalize it.
Right.
In
But you
fact,
agree that it's something that's important
yeah,
to
it's
have,
very,
right?
very important to have. But I don't know why we haven't done it.
Okay.
But neither one of us have actually done it.
Yeah. Well, now in retirement, what is a typical day like for you now? Just kind of walk us through a typical day for you from the time you get up in the morning to the time you go to bed at night.
Well, every day is different. One main thing is like the physical part, the conditioning part that I
Hmm.
always do, but it depends on what I'm very involved in my church, so it depends on what needs are there. So one morning, I get up at about 6 every morning
Right.
to start my day. One day I might go and help one of the senior citizens in their yard or
Hmm.
just things of that nature. Um, might start it that way. I may start out teaching tennis to either youth, they
Hmm.
don't, since school is out, or some adults. I bowl
Okay.
on a Monday, Wednesday league, so that takes up time.
Hmm.
And then in the afternoon, I would say at least 3 times a week I'm at church. I'm singing in a choir, preparing for Sundays, those kind of things. So
Okay.
it's pretty full of with those kind of things between helping with the community, helping at the church, and it fills my day
But either way, you get to do exactly what you want to do when you want to do
when I
it,
want
right?
to do it. Right.
Yeah. What do you enjoy most about retirement?
I would say meeting people and talking to people. I
Hmm.
say because when I worked, everything is so busy, you don't have time. Uh, when I worked in the school system, I left home about 6:30. I got home about 9:30 because what I did, I tutored in the afternoon. I even taught night school, or I went to games so I could put all of my youth, the students that was in my room. And I stayed real busy on that note, so it wasn't really a whole lot of time to really sit and talk to people and to advise. I spend a lot of time now when I meet people. I ask them the same questions, similar questions that you're asking me.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? How are you preparing? Or if you're not in school, what can I do to help you go back?
Yeah.
A young man told me yesterday that he had been in school and he dropped out. I
Right.
said, well, we're going to talk about that.
Okay. So, have you had any major lifestyle changes? Have you moved, downsized, or anything like that since you retired?
No, I haven't had to move or downsize those things, but my health has changed.
Mm-hmm. How
I
so?
I had to put a lens in my right eye
Okay.
a couple of years ago, so that changed my sight.
Right.
I'm diabetic, so that has been a bit changed, and it's kind of hard to get used to when
Yeah.
you're used to eating what you want, and now you gotta watch how you eat.
Mm-hmm.
Controlling my sugar, it's been a major problem for me in the last
Yeah.
couple of
That is
years.
definitely a lifestyle
Yeah.
change. You mentioned tennis earlier. Since you retired, have you developed any additional new hobbies, interests, or skills?
Well, I bowl. In fact, like I said, I bowled 3 leagues. I
Hmm.
used to just bowl one. I went heavy into that. I started. I go out of state
Okay.
for bowling tournaments. I have joined. The USTA leagues.
Okay.
I'm doing those kind of things since I retired to keep me
Right.
to be involved with people and to keep people going.
Yeah. Along the same lines, since retiring, what has been the best trip that you've taken or the best activity you've done?
Well, I think we go out of state for family reunions,
Hmm.
and so to me that's a big deal. The trip to Jamaica was a great thing.
Okay.
It came at a time when I needed to release to
Right.
rest. So that
Yeah.
was beautiful. Uh, that outing, seeing a different, being in another country and seeing how people react and how people do.
Yeah. Well, outside of tennis and bowling, how else do you maintain your physical health?
Well, like twice a week, I have a physical therapist,
Okay.
and like sometimes my lower back
Hmm.
give me pain, so she has helped me with that. I have a bad knee. I was in martial arts back in the '80s,
Hmm.
and I hit a punching bag and I tore the ligament
Okay.
in my left knee, and now I have arthritis in it. So she's helping me deal with that,
Yeah.
building structure and all of that.
Yeah. What about mental health? How do you maintain that?
Well, I think the biggest part is the fact that I'm very busy in my church.
Hmm.
Uh, I have people that talk to me that we walk through things. So when I get a little bit agitated, I have someone who's already experienced
Yeah.
stuff that I'm going through.
Right.
So it made it easy, and I just love living. I mean,
Okay.
life is beautiful.
Well, what has been the biggest challenge, the biggest surprise, or the biggest expense that you've had since you've retired, if any?
I'm not saying surprised. I have two grown children, and I think watching what they go through
Hmm.
and realizing that as a dad you cannot fix it.
Right.
That's probably the biggest thing for me. Surprise of you you taught them how to do and they know how to do, but yet still you can't. When they meet their challenges, you want to solve it for them, but you can't. So
Yeah.
that's probably the biggest thing,
Okay.
knowing how to keep my distance.
Yeah. And no major expenses?
None.
Okay. Well, looking back over your career, do you wish that you would have retired sooner or later, or do you feel that you retired at about the right time?
I I th- Looking back on it, I retired when I should have
Hmm.
because, like I said, I got to work. I get to help a lot of people now.
Hmm.
But would I've gone a longer time? Yes, I would have.
Yeah.
If, like I said, the conditions. I mean, when I saw when the government changed how they do stuff,
Hmm.
and everybody seemed to be rushed, and I'm a very what you call it um, oriented type of fella. want everybody to be treated very equally. And when I saw stuff, I felt like I could do more for those kind of things on the outside,
Yeah.
meeting people, getting involved on those kind of things, so I can help the school system on the outside.
Would you do anything differently to better prepare for retirement if you had to do it all over again?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you could always, people always talk about money.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have invested more money in that and not spent money on junk stuff,
Yeah.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty happy with how things are.
Okay. Yeah. How would you define retirement success? If you had to put it in a few words or a sentence or two, what is your definition of a successful retirement?
Wow, that's hard. Probably knowing what you want
Mm-hmm.
to get there, and once you get there, knowing that you have gained it.
Yeah.
You have done what you want to do.
Okay.
I guess that's probably the biggest thing. I mean, I don't want for anything other than to know one day I'm gonna make it to heaven.
Yeah.
But I have no concerns on those notes.
Yeah. And if you had to give advice to somebody that's maybe 5 to 10 years from retirement, what would that advice be? And it could be something that we haven't covered already.
Well, it's probably really look at what you want to do with your life and understand. I mean, know who you are. That's the biggest thing. Once you know who you are, I think retirement will be a breeze.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're still searching, you're probably not ready to retire.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Michael, I really do appreciate all the time and great information that you've shared with the audience today. And I wish you many more years of success in your retirement. So please like, hype, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Thank you.